Well, most of what we've looked at so far in this module hasn't changed hugely since Windows 8, but there is something new in the Windows 10 ADK, and that's the Installation and Configuration Designer, or ICD. Now, this is a tool that can do a lot of different things. It can create an image from scratch, although I don't think I'd want to use it for that. It can create a provisioning package that can fine-tune a system that has been already deployed, and it can fine-tune or tweak an existing image. Now, this tool has the flavor of something that OEMs will probably use the most, but IT admins can use it too. A provisioning package can customize certain Windows settings, such as, for example, Windows Defender behavior. It can add and remove applications. It can distribute connection profiles for VPN and wireless access. It can install certificates, and it can do a bunch of other things, such as changing the edition of Windows, modifying browser settings, although actually that doesn't seem to work properly in all cases, and even adding documents to the user's system. So let's take a look at the ICD and put it to work in a simple example. We'll create a provisioning package to add a special user account to a running Windows 10 system. Okay, so here we are at our workstation with the WADK, and first let's verify that I'm the only user account on this system at the moment. So we'll go to Settings and Accounts and Other Users, and it's just me, Glenn, and that's it. Now we'll run the Windows ICD from the Start screen, part of the ADK. So there it is, Imaging and Configuration Designer. So this is a big blocky button design that's really built more for utility than for beauty. Notice the two options in the buttons at left: New Provisioning Package and New Windows Image Customization. We're going to choose New Provisioning Package. So we'll call the project New User and leave the default projects folder. And now we get to pick which settings we want to see. So do we want to see settings that are common to all versions of Windows, desktop and mobile? Do we just want to see the desktop related settings? Do we just want to see the mobile settings and the Windows 10 Internet of Things core? We'll choose the Windows Desktop editions. We have the option to import another provisioning package, but we haven't created any yet, so we don't want to do that. All right, and here's my workspace. Now, I can view, again, a variety of choices up here: common OEM settings, common IT Pro settings. We'll choose IT Pro settings, and you notice that's going to expose the runtime settings. So these are things that we can set and apply to a running machine. So, for example, we could open up Accounts and Users, and I can create a new username account, and we'll call this Secret Admin. And I can select this, and we can specify a home directory. The password is required, so we'll just go ahead and specify a password here. And we can optionally set up a user group or a home directory. We'll skip that. All right, now that's all we're going to do, but just to show you, lots of other things can be done here. Certificates, we can come in and deploy folders. We can set policies, and there are quite a lot of those. So everything from camera, browser, Bluetooth settings, Microsoft Edge settings, security, start, system, a lot of things here to explore. We're just going to limit ourselves to the single setting. So now on the top menu here, I have a deploy option that allows me to specify a USB drive if I wanted to set that up, or I could export to a file, a provisioning package file, right, the PPKG file. We'll choose that option. So here's the provisioning package, name new user, it's got an ID. We'll change the owner from OEM to IT admin because that's who we are, or who I am anyway. We can choose to encrypt that, and we're being prompted for that since there's a password in there. For simplicity, and so I don't have to provide the encryption password, I'm going to deselect that. We also have an option to sign the package. We'll skip that for now. Where to save it, we'll pick the default place in the Documents folder, and now we'll build it. All done. Finish. And we'll close out of here. We have the option to save the project if we wanted to work on it at a later date. Okay, so now I could navigate to that file, but let me just show you that if I had created a flash drive, I could come over here to Settings and Accounts and Work Access, and I have this option here, Add or Remove a Package for Work or School. And notice the title here, Provisioning Packages. So I could add one. The problem is it's not going to let me because I don't have it on a flash drive. So it says add from where, removable media. Well, that's not me, so I can't add it this way. So we'll just navigate to it in the folder where it was created. Documents, WICD, new user is what it was called. And there's the file right here, newuser.ppkg. So I can just double click it at this point and it will apply the package to this system. It asks if it's a trusted source because I didn't sign it, and adding it will affect the security configuration. Okay, yes, add it. And in the grand Microsoft tradition, I don't get any kind of confirmation message. So let's see if anything happened. We'll come down here to Settings and Accounts and Other Users, and lo and behold, the secret admin local account has been created. Now, if I wanted to, I could come in via Work Access and I could remove this package, add or remove a package for work or school. And there's the package that I just applied, new user. I could select it and choose to remove it, but that won't undo the changes that were made by the provisioning package. Well, that's it for this module. Next up, deploying Windows with enterprise tools.